In ancient times, in a small village of Lake Toba, lived husband and wife with their beautiful daughter named Saruni. Besides being beautiful, Saruni is also classified as a diligent kid because she always helps her parents when they are working in the field, the results of which are used to meet of their daily needs. One day, Saruni had to work in a field by herself because her parents were in need in neighboring village. She was only accompanied by her pet dog named Sitoki. Arriving in the Saruni field, they sat passively while watching the beautiful nature of Lake Toba, while her dog, Sitoki, sat beside her while staring at the face of her employer who looked like she was facing a problem. Occasionally, the dog barked to distract her if there is anything suspicious around the field. Actually, the last few days, Saruni always looked glum. This is because the father will set her up with a young man who still classified as her own cousin. In fact, she had an affair with a young man in her village and had promised to build a household. This situation made her confused, didn't know what to do, and began to despair. On one hand, she didn't want to disappoint her parents, but on the other hand, she could not afford to part with her love. After pondering for a while and without rushing anything, Saruni got up from where she sat with tears in her eyes. She walked slowly towards Lake Toba. Apparently, she was very desperate and wanted to end her life by throwing herself into Lake Toba. As she walked toward the cliff on the edge of Lake Toba, she suddenly sank into a large stone pit until it went to its base. And because it is at the bottom of a very dark hole, making a beautiful girl become afraid and screaming for help to her beloved dog. But because Sitoki is just an animal, he can do anything except keep barking around the mouth. Finally, the girl became increasingly desperate and decided to commit suicide. Seeing the incident, Sitoki ran to the house to ask for help. Aware of what the dog hinting at, Saruni's parents immediately headed for the fields. Both of them ran after Sitoki until they reached the edge of the hole. When the group arrived in the field, The mother reminded her husband that the hole was too deep, and without listening to his wife's words, the husband immediately came down to the hole to help his daughter. The mother from above screams to keep her daughter calm because her father will help her soon. The father was eager to overtake his daughter, but his wife and several members of the group told him not to be rash in making decisions. After Saruni's father stopped his intentions, suddenly there was a roar and the earth shook violently, which made the hole slowly close and close by itself. Just there are moments after the quake stopped, above the closed hole came a large rock that resembled the body of a girl who seemed to hang on the cliff wall on the shore of Lake Toba. People who saw the incident believed that the stone was the incarnation of Saruni and later named it the Hanging Stone.